I'm Donal Green Jr. I'm the strength and conditioning coach for all athletics and the wellness coordinator at BRCC. I was a former professional baseball player in the New York Mets organization, and my last go-around was 2011, and I got a call from the Dodgers to come in for a private workout, and everything was going fine. You know, the workout, everything was going good, and I made one throw from the outfield, and it just sounded like bubble wrap just shot down my entire arm, and it just went like real numb. They rushed me to the hospital. They found out I had a torn labrum, which is a muscle, you know, underneath the front part of your shoulder. And for me, you know, it was very devastating because, you know, all the doctors was like, well, you know, I don't know what to tell you, Donald. You know, you may not get to 80%. So it took me a while to realize, to be real with myself, what did I want to do after baseball. And I always had a passion for fitness, and I always had a passion for helping people. So I figured, since I love both, I want to show athletes how to take care of themselves so they won't incur those injuries that I did, or to show them how to prevent injuries so they can sustain a long career. I've noticed from a conditioning standpoint, a lot of games are lost because a lot of teams are out conditioned. It's not a matter of fact of always who's better than who, but who can last longer than who. You know, so many games where, like, you know, when it comes to baseball and softball, one game is won by one run, or, you know, football, that game is won by that last touchdown, and it's all about that guy who got beat or that lady who got beat because she was just too tired to compete. And I just want to make sure that all athletes here for all sports are in the best physically conditioned shape possible, so we have no excuses. Well, each sport is different the way you train. You have to know how to do sport-specific training for one before you even start trying to do this. Of course, you know, baseball and softball, you have to be more loose. You know, you have to be able to move at a stop-and-go standpoint because you're always standing around. You know, basketball is full court, full sprint the entire time, so of course they're going to do a lot more full-speed running than what we would do out here. But my philosophy is just that you have to know what you have in order to know how to progress. And if you establish that first, then that's how you keep going, you know, forward and forward. Because, you know, coming from high school to here, you know, a lot of kids, they're not used to getting up at 3, 4 in the morning. And I just do that just to teach them discipline. Like, everything you have to do, you have to discipline yourself. There's never going to be a point in time whether you playing ball or whether you just going to work. You're always going to have to be responsible for your own actions. And that's my main goal. I want to teach these kids not just how to be great athletes, but to be great people. Because you never know. You know, ball always won't be here. You have to know how to be disciplined enough to get up early in the morning to go do a job that sometimes you may not feel like doing, but you have to do it in order to get where you need to be. When we always start, we start off with an active warm-up. Some people call it a dynamic warm-up. All it does is it gets the athletes loose enough to be able to be ready for any type of physical activity that they're gonna, you know, be involved in that day. And also it helps with a program that I've been using. It's an ACL prevention program, and I really stress it more with my female athletes because they are more prone to tearing the ACLs over males. And it just really gets you very loose. It gets you really get your blood flow going, get your heart rate up, so that when you get into something, you won't just start off cold and you have to, like, you know, catch up. You won't have to deal with the cramps and nothing like that. But for Falcons, I have an open door policy for all Falcons. You'll never hear me tell you no. You'll never hear me turn you away. Of course, the best way would be to email me if you want to come by, so I can just have a heads up of kind of, you know, what do you want to talk about, what do you want to achieve. If you have like personal goals and you don't want to come in, sometimes use the facility, I can help you to accommodate that to where you can do it off campus somewhere, or if you want to do it here, I will show you how you can do it here. And actually, I'm working on that right now, getting surveys together to try to send to the faculty to see what do you want, how often do you want it, and then we can make certain accommodations. Even if you have kids, would you be interested in coming? Honestly, I would probably say this facility they have some of the best facilities in probably the national junior colleges that I've been around and seen. Actually, some, you know, Division I universities. It's just that to see this and to see what they can offer you, a lot of people don't get that. So I feel that if you have this kind of facility up here, you should try to take advantage of it as much as possible. Especially when you have somebody who's just, you know, willing to help you out, and it's nothing, you know. Yeah.